Now let's do a similar problem from Monopoly, side by side. That's your first problem from chapter 9. Let's see, where is this one? Chapter 8 here, Monopoly. We are going to work on this one. This one is posted on Canvas for you. Okay, so back to the Excel worksheet. We have quantity price. I just wrote it for you. Okay, so let's see. What do we have here? We have total cost, no fixed cost. So that's one thing, we don't have any fixed cost, but the total cost of downloading an album is $5 per album. So that would be a variable cost per album, per unit. Q, which is our albums. That's a Monopoly's case. And we have, again, we have to find Q star that gives us maximum profits. Let's see what we have in this problem. Well, you see right away you have a distinction between monopoly and perfect competition, because in monopoly we have all these prices that change. In perfect competition you only have one price. In our previous case was 21. Well, we are going to use the same rule. Marginal revenue equals marginal cost. The only exception is that in this case marginal revenue is not going to be equal to price for monopolist. We have to calculate it. Okay, so let's see. Marginal revenue. To be able to calculate marginal revenue, we have to calculate total revenue. Total revenue as price times quantity. So let's do that. Price times quantity. That's my total revenue. Then marginal revenue. Change in total revenue divided by change in output. Okay, again we start with no line here because we don't have previous total revenue. Change in total revenue, 20,000 minus 0 divided in change in output, 1,000. 20,000 divided by 1,000 minus 0, so that's going to be 10. 20 divided by, that's going to be 20, sorry. Okay, 36,000 minus 20,000, that's 16,000. 16,000 divided by 2,000 minus 1,000, which is 1,000. So that's going to be 16. 48 minus 36,000. That's going to be 12,000. Difference divided by 1,000 again. So that's going to be 12. 56,000 minus 48. That's going to be 8,000 divided by 1,000, 8. 60,000 minus 56. That's going to be 4,000 divided by 1,000, 4. Then 60 minus 60 is 0 divided by 1,000, 0. 5,600 divided by, let's see, quantity. Yeah, it fell a lot. So 56,000 minus 60,000. Well, I guess this was 7,000. That was my mistake when I wrote down the numbers. And now it has to change automatically. Yes, 56,000 minus 6,000, that's 4,000 divided by 7,000 minus 6,000, 1,000. So that's going to be 4,000 divided by 1,000. That's going to be minus 4, because you see here you subtract a bigger number from a smaller number. This is why it has minus. So that's my marginal revenue. Now, what about marginal cost? Marginal cost is the change in total cost divided by change in output. Now we don't have total cost. What do we have? We have total cost of downloading an album. So variable cost per album is 6,000. So let's see, variable cost, but this is per album. So variable cost is going to be variable cost per album, which is 6. So it's going to be 6. Let's write down this 6 here, which is variable cost per album, times number of albums, because this is total variable cost. So that's going to be plus number of albums times this 6. And we know that to keep this 6 for every cell, we have to use this mathematical formula. Okay, so let's see how it works. If we have, this is total cost, total variable cost. Okay, now fixed cost, it says here in the problem that it's 0, no fixed cost. So fixed cost is 0. Okay, that means that my total cost is going to be equal to variable cost. Actually, we can add it, but it's gonna stay the same. Plus this one plus this one is gonna be equal to total variable cost. It just happened in this problem, fixed cost is 0. So now let's calculate marginal cost. Marginal cost. Change in total cost divided by change in output over here. So we are gonna use this column and this column. Change in total cost, 6,000 minus 0, here is nothing again. 6,000 minus 0 is 6,000, divided by 1,000, that's 6. 12,000 minus 6,000, that's 6,000, divided by 1,000, it's 6. 18 minus 12 is 6,000, divided by 1,000, it's 6. It's supposed marginal cost is going to be constant in this problem, only 6, because we don't have fixed cost. If we had fixed cost, that would be a different story. So now we have marginal cost column. This is the one we are going to need to look at. Okay. And marginal revenue column. Those are the two columns we are going to follow. So the rule is, again, marginal revenue has to be greater or equal to marginal cost for optimum quantity. 20 greater than 6, produce more. 16 greater than 6, produce more. 12 greater than 6, 8 greater than 6, 4 smaller than 6. That's not good. So we have to stop over here. That's going to become my optimum quantity, optimum price 14, and optimum quantity 4,000 albums units. Okay, so this is what we were asked to solve for. So Q star equals 4,000 albums. Okay, and P star equals $14, 14 per album. Now again, if you want, we can calculate profits here. Total, since we have total revenue and total cost, let's calculate profits. We are supposed to have the greater profits at Q star. Profits, total revenue plus total revenue minus total cost. Let's see what we have. Okay, 14, 24,000, 30,000, 32,000. That's my maximum. You see, that corresponds to my optimum quantity, which proves that this rule works. Well, we worked on these two applications. Now, hopefully that's going to help you on working on the other applications posted for you, and of course on working on your homework.